Welcome everyone and welcome to today's video. Now, I've been on iRacing for just over 3 years now, and I will happily admit that I have had my fair share of temper tantrums on this platform. It gets very heated in the cockpit, even in the virtual one, and yes, I have let loose a few times, correctly and incorrectly, and I like to think that I've grown over the last 3 years, and I've learnt to become a little bit more chilled, a little bit more laid back, and just at least hold my tongue until I get to see the replay, because seeing things from the cockpit and in the heat of the moment, it's difficult to understand if you're at fault or not, especially when it's very close racing. And yes, I always try and hold my thoughts and opinions until after the race, and then I give my 2 cents. Now, I've been sent a post that was put on Reddit by a friend of mine, and this is, I can safely say, probably one of the worst temper tantrums I have seen on iRacing. Now, on iRacing, of course, it is not acceptable to lose your temper really at all, and to go off like this gentleman did. So there's a few bleeps in here, guys. I hope you can make out what he says. Be imaginative is what I suggest, but at the same time, it is also really funny because the person who is on the receiving end of this temper tantrum handles this immaculately, and this is a perfect example of how to just defend yourself without being aggressive, without just putting the person in their place. And the person who's giving the temper tantrum, unfortunately, is having a very bad day, it seems. He's most likely had a few races at Spa this week in F3, which is what this race is, and things haven't necessarily gone too well. I've been there, I've done F3, I know how frustrating it is, and I actually had to take a break for my own mental health, really, away from the series, because it was just kind of so toxic and so crashy. So yes, I do see things from both sides, but he was totally in the wrong here. And what you're about to see is the very start of the last lap, where there's an incident between them both, and of course one comes off better. I'm guessing you can probably tell who came off worse. Now, you are not going to see any names here. You are not going to know who these individuals are. You're only going to hear their voices because I want them to stay anonymous. But this is just, the last minute of this clip is absolutely golden. And yeah, I think you're going to enjoy it all round. It's an example of how not to behave on iRacing, and also an example of how to behave in regards to someone actually sending you this kind of language. But yeah, there's a few bleeps here. Make it out of it what you will, and yeah, enjoy. Let's get into it.
You want any more space, you way the go, dude. You don't deserve that P1, you piece of You push me out at the start after I get a jump on you, then you keep pushing me out on every single turn, and then when I finally have your ass, you take me out again. Glad you got your P1, you cheating piece of You learned from your mother.
So I think you're mad that I'm defending my position, and I really don't think I did anything.
You cheated, you piece of You took more space than you're allowed. You pushed me out from the start. You're not defending You don't know about racing. Go yourself.
I think you need to chill out, man.
I think you need to learn to drive and stop cheating. Give me space. I earned that space. I caught up on you. And
Incident, man.
you could have won is by pushing me out at that turn, and you did it. And now look, you get your P1. Good for you, but
Quiet.
piece of Congrats on your P1 in a 1300 strength of field, bitch.
Hey, thanks, man. Good race.
No, you piece of shit. You cheated. Go watch the replay. You take space when you're not allowed. You cut in when you're not allowed. You pushed me out at the start. You can play your innocent act and be kind because I'm getting mad all you want. I'm still right.
Yeah, it was a good race, man. I agree.
Every single chance that I had to be better than you, you pushed me out of the way. You took me off the track, and
I don't think he's happy.
you're not defending, you're pushing.
I don't think he is.
No, he is.
Do you want to know what actually happened?
You'll have to be a replay. I'll have to watch to see how that is.
And he's like trying to make a move, which is fine. He couldn't get past, and he
No, you fucking pushed me out.
Trouble is, I lost like 2 seconds and just about lost the position.
Pushed me out when I caught your ass after 13 laps. Admit it, you. You're a cheating, and you can't win off your own merit.
yeah, I had a lot of fun too. That was a good race.
Yourself.
I mean, if you want to see where you crashed into me, you crashed into me when I was on the inside, so you basically just turned into me on the outside.
No, you're taking more space than you were allowed, just like you did at the start. You can't get your way, so you push and get your way. It's okay.
I didn't push shit, bro. I was literally on the curb on the inside.
13 laps. Just admit it. It's fine.
Anyway, it was a good race. Thanks for letting me win because you suck. Yeah.
You just sit and pretend to be nice. Some moral high ground you have, just cheat on every race, any chance you get, and you're not mad, so you're the winner, loser.
No, I'm not mad because I didn't wreck myself trying to take the lead on the last lap.
Dude, you're pathetic.
Wait, you're calling me a loser and a cheater, but I won the race.
Oh, but you won? Oh, you're so clever. Wow, you're so clever, dude. Pat yourself on the back. Get it? Because I called you a loser in general because you're a loser in life, but you won the 1,300 stakes the field race by cheating, so therefore you're a winner. Wow, you sure got me. You're a moron.
Yeah, I think, like, if I win a race in the 13th,
I think you should shut your fucking mouth.
I think that makes me better. Yeah, have a good night, bro. Good race.
Yourself.
Oh, it cracks me up every single time I watch it. The ending, as I said, is just pure golden and the perfect way to deal with someone who is just going off like that. You can argue the perfect way is to not entertain it entirely, but sometimes you just can't resist. Now, I'm sure this person will probably get protested by a number of people who are in that race because that isn't acceptable. iRacing don't like to see that. We don't like to hear it at all. Of course, there are ways to just mute voice chat and avoid that entirely. But as I said, this person has most likely had a tough week already, even though we're only, 2 days into the new week as I record this. He was clearly having a tough time at Spa. But, I mean, look at it. It was his fault. As I said, if he looks at that back, there was more than enough room there for him to make it through. And it was his own doing with that crash. So it was a make or break move, really. Of course, coming to the end of the Kemmel Straight, he was entitled to go for it. But it's his mistake. His risk in trying to make that overtake fell through and he crashed. And he just incorrectly lost his temper and went off at the wrong people, whereas he should have just waited, looked at himself and gone, yeah, that was my fault, I'll try better next time. It's difficult, I know, because we all care so much, and especially when you're at a lower split, as this seemed to suggest, they was talking about 1,300 strength of field, something around that, then you're trying so hard to get better. And I know that from experience that it's frustrating. So I'm sure this individual will learn. A voice chat ban will probably be coming his way, rightfully so, in my opinion. But yes, what a perfect way by the individual who eventually won the race, dealt with that. Yeah, and I guess him winning the race made it even sweeter as well. So yeah, an example of how to deal with that, guys, how not to act as well. But yeah, I thought that that last minute in particular was golden. So yeah, I hope you guys like that. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.